Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess, so let's get into it, y'all. What's good, everybody? This be your boy Scott by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about nothing but celebrity gossip, hot topics, as well as everything reality TV based, okay? But before we get into today's mess, let's talk about what we got coming up on the platform. Now, let's see. Tomorrow night, which is Friday night, we have a Let's Talk segment with myself and Rodney the Voice as we sit down and talk about the current mayhem that's going on the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm very excited about this collaboration. Me and Rodney worked together once before. He did like a guest appearance on Boys Night Out, and it was very amazing. And people have been wanting me and Rodney to do something for a while now, but there it is right there. So me and Rodney will be talking at 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Central Time on Friday night, where we'll be talking about nothing but the Real Housewives of Potomac and the current mayhem that's going on the show. Then, not to mention, on Saturday, we have Young, Fresh, and New, which features up-and-coming YouTuber by the name of Tammy Talks. We'll be talking about her as a content creator as well as her platform, so make sure you tune in for that. On Sunday, it will be Who Was Wrong featuring Busy Blue as we sit down and talk about the beef between Candiace Dillard and Ashley Darby, okay? So be on the lookout for all of those starting Friday through Sunday, okay? Be on the lookout for all of those things because we're going to have us a great time, you know. Nothing but nonstop content all November, okay? Nothing but nonstop content, okay? So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into today's mess. And let's start it off with Miss Jordin Sparks. Okay, now, you know, the only thing that I know about Jordin Sparks is, tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. That's all I know, and that's all I ever know about Jordin Sparks, child. But anyway, as we already know, she's worked with Chris Brown in the past. And she worked on Chris Brown on that very song that I just got through, you know, singing and ad-libbing for you guys. Well, as you guys already know, we already talked about this. Chris Brown was supposed to perform at the AMAs, you know, basically, you know, paying tribute to Michael Jackson or whatnot, due to the whole 30th. I think it's the 30th or the 40th anniversary of the Thriller album, right? So he was supposed to perform at the AMAs, but they changed their decision about it based off of his past or whatnot. So that's the tea with that. And everybody's been speaking on it, from Kelly Rowland to Tank. But now Jordin Sparks has come to Kelly Rowland's defense, and she wants to know why the people are so upset with Miss Kelly Rowland about, you know, her own opinion in regards to this. Now let's listen to what Jordin Sparks had to say, because I haven't listened to what she had to say at all either. At all. So I'll be listening to it right alongside you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me take this overlay down so I can share the screen with you guys so you guys can hear what she had to say. All right, so let's get into it, y'all.
Do you think that like people should just move on from what happened and like
I think honestly I think that shouldn't even be a conversation anymore. It's about his talent. They just shouldn't have canceled the performance. That's how I feel about it.
Right. I appreciate you. I don't want to press you. Thank you so much.
No, you're fine. I just think people deserve to be able to grow and learn and be able to live their life without things hanging over them. Everybody deserves that. Yeah. So him especially. So
thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate you. All right. Have a great. No more. Chris is talented.
So that was what Jordin Sparks said in regards to everybody talking about Chris Brown and all that other stuff. Now, it's kind of similar to what I said last night. I feel like at this particular point, like we've talked about it a lot. We've dealt with it. Rihanna has dealt with it. She forgave him a long time ago. She started back dating him. They even did 2 songs together, Nobody's Business, as well as the Birthday Cake remix, and everybody was pissed about that. So just like she said, it probably should not be a conversation anymore. You know, it should be about his talent. But who am I to tell somebody what they can and can't talk about? There are some people that really just can't get over what he did in the past, and that is really okay. People have the right to feel however they want to. You feel what I'm saying? So no matter what we think about it, there are some people that are triggered because they may have been in domestic relationships themselves. So that's probably why they are kind of triggered by it. I know for me, there are some people that I would never look at the same. Like, for instance, Rashida from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, never will look at her the same, basically because she questioned a woman when a woman came to her and showed her vulnerability about being abused in the relationship. And Rashida told this woman to her face that she was lying about her abuse. So I never looked at Rashida the same, and that probably shouldn't even be a conversation anymore. But for me, it's still a conversation because she did that to another woman who was telling her, listen, girl, I got my ass beat by this man that I was in love with. You know, it's never been the same, whatever. And then you turn around after you gave me all the support and held my hand at certain events and shit dealing with domestic violence. You look at me in my face and you tell me that it never happened to me. So I would never look at her the same because that's something that I would never forget. You know what I mean? So while I hear what Jordin Sparks saying, it shouldn't even be a conversation with Rihanna and Chris Brown's situation due to the fact that she's forgiven him already, and the person that he did this to has already forgiven him. So us, the people, should get over it. But that's easier said than done. Some people can't get over it, and that's just what it is. But like I said before, the AMAs was already aware of what he did before they called him and asked him to do it. He didn't beg y'all to be on y'all stage. Y'all asked him to do it. So now all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, because of what you did in the past, we can't give you a shot. What changed? Because that was already out there before it happened. But I do think that people should be allowed to grow and learn from their mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes. There's a lot of things that people probably, there's probably some things that I did that people took a while to forgive me for. We all need to be forgiven at some point in time. Just like we want forgiveness, we should be able to give it to everybody else. But like I said, people have a right to their own opinion. Let's move on to the next story. And the next story is Mr. Blair Underwood, child. It's Mr. Blair Underwood, honey. A lot of people sent me this particular story today while I was at work, and I had no idea that this was a thing, honey. Did not know that this was a thing, but baby, obviously it's a thing, and social media is reacting to it, honey. Now, apparently, Blair Underwood is marrying his best friend of 40 plus years after he recently divorced his wife of 27 years, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me remove this overlay so you guys can see exactly what's going on here. Now, this is all from the neighborhood talk, right? So it says, oop, social media reacts to Blair Underwood marrying his best friend of 40 years about a year after divorcing his wife after 27 years. Okay, so a lot of people have been talking about it. So let's look at the comments and see what folks been saying. So it says, so this is what Blair Underwood had to say. You know, this is what he basically posted on his page that got everybody talking about it. Now it says that my personal highlight was walking the red carpet with my new fiance Josie Hart, the most amazing, brilliant, beautiful, hilarious, thought-provoking, and insightful person I know who continuously lives life out loud. The future is crazy bright, girl. None of us ever know where God will guide our past. She's had my back since before I even became an actor. When a 41-year friendship slaps you in the back of the head and blossoms into romance, you stand up and pay attention and step forward into gratitude, gently forward. It begins. Trini life, hashtag, okay? So somebody said, when he proposes to the bitch that he told you not to worry about for 27 plus years straight. He graduated from the marriage and that's all. Y'all understood the other day what that was all about. Okay. Someone said Blair Underwood marrying someone who has been a friend for over 30 plus years is weird to y'all. I don't think so. He had been married in the past, and I believe so was she. They were young as fuck before his fame and when they met. Sometimes what you need been right there all along. The friend patiently waiting on the divorce news. Okay. He married the wrong. Someone said the Blair Underwood story is making me crack up because I know for a fact that at least one or two of my exes was side-eyeing me for marrying the girl best friend I told them not to worry about. One of my exes actually commented finally under our picture on IG, laughing my effing ass off. She knew. He married the wrong woman. It happens. Correcting that mistake.
Yeah, out your mind. You got me all over this city walking around. Y'all don't even see where you are. You look at me.
I am so tickled. They said the ex-wife know what she got to do. Okay. So, y'all, that was pretty much the gist of that. So, basically, in so many words, Blair Underwood is now engaged to a good friend of his who was his friend for 40 plus years. That was his friend before he even became, the actor that he is today. That's who she knew him long before that. He just divorced his wife of 27 years just a year ago, and now people are reacting to him, now being engaged to his 40-year friend. And honestly, y'all, I'm not mad at him. I have no reason to really be mad at him about that. Why are we mad? Because, who knows what could have happened? I mean, like I said, he knew this woman for years. He knew her before he even became an actor. You know what I mean? Like, it happens just like a lot of people said in the comments. Like, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you get in a relationship with the wrong person. And sometimes that's just what it is. Like, that doesn't mean that he loved his wife that he was with for 27 years any less. But to me, it feels like this. If he really wanted to be with that woman that he's with now, he could have went with her before he got with his wife. But instead, sometimes you never know what's really for you until it's right, until you really sit down and think about it. This, what I really need and what I really want, has been in front of me for so many years now, and I didn't even have any idea that it was right there in front of me the whole time. Sometimes we find ourselves being with the wrong people, and sometimes we really don't realize how much we really are in need of these people sometimes, and it was right there in front of us the whole time. I did not, like, there's a lot of people that I was sitting up here holding out hope for, and they weren't even for me, but there was somebody that was sitting there looking at me the entire time, waiting for me to get my head on straight and be like, bitch, I'm right here. Like, why are you not hearing me out? Like, why are you not doing what you need to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting right here waiting on you. So she could have been married in the past, and he was married in the past. And probably both of them was with somebody, and they probably just realized that it was all over. Blair been right in front of me this entire time. Josie been in my face this whole time. That's why I should have been with. You know what I mean? And at least she wasn't the one who got away from him. He had to learn 40 years later that instead of this woman being my friend, she should have been my lover. That's just what it is. And that's just how I feel. Like, he never cheated with the lady or nothing like that. He absolutely got divorced, and he got with what he needed to be with. And that's just that. And who knows? They may be together for the rest of his life. That's probably the type of love that he probably needed versus the love that he probably didn't even get from his wife. That's just the way I look at it, y'all. Honestly, I look at it like that. I feel like he's where he wants to be, and he's probably where he needs to be. It happens that way sometimes. It happens in the most craziest way, but like I said, I am not mad. I don't feel no way about it. Like, more power to them, and I hope that they're happy with one another. That's the only thing that I can really say about this. So shout out to Blair Underwood and the woman that he's with now. Shout out to you guys, and I hope you guys have a very happy marriage. Okay, so we're gonna move on to we're gonna move on to some housewives stuff. Now we're gonna move on to Miss Candice Dillard. Now, as you guys already know, Miss Candice has been popping lately. She got a deluxe edition to her album coming out called Deep Space Reloaded. She got a new song with Trina out called Insecure. And she's doing her acting thing. Like, Miss Candice is one of the people on Potomac that has really been using a platform in the way that she needs to, unlike some of her castmates. Yeah, but she's doing what she needs to do now. She is going in on Giselle. At this point, she got some things to say about Giselle. You know what I mean? So this is what we're gonna do, okay?
Somebody said but.
She basically was talking about Giselle lying about sexual assault or whatnot. So this is what she said on Twitter. Okay, so let me take this overlay off. She said, this is what Candice had to say. She said, if you will lie about sexual assault, you have lied and will continue to lie about anything. That's the last thing I have to say for now. Someone said, this can't be about Giselle because she didn't accuse him of SA. Chris Bassett responded with, did you not watch last week's episode? And that's exactly what she did. Giselle did accuse that man of SA, and that's just the case. I want Candice to keep her foot on Giselle's neck for however long she wants to, because Giselle is really full of shit. Like I've said that many, many times before, and people be laughing at me when I say it, but she really is. Like, that woman is really a dumpster. She is full of it. And she really has no remorse or no anything for the way that she's going about this. Like, how could you go about this like this? Like, why are you even doing this anyway? Like, why are you sitting up here putting this shit out there about this woman's man, and you know that it ain't right, and you know that it's fucked up? Candice got every right to call this chick out about everything. She needs to stop. And when I say she needs to stop, I'm talking about fucking Giselle. Stop using somebody else's marriage and somebody else's man for your storyline, for your non-existent storyline. Because that's exactly what it is. A non-existent storyline that you need to figure out. Because Jamal ain't here to give you no storyline no more. Hell, he ain't never coming back to the show. So you're going to have to figure something else out, sweetheart. Because the shit that you're doing right now, it's just not working. It's not working at all. And I'm going to need for you to figure out another way to figure this out. Figure out another storyline. Like, give us a business or something. Do something instead of just being the messy ass bitch all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So, and the people that goes up for Giselle, they really believe that she's not accusing that man of essay? Child, bye. Anyway, let's move on to the next. So we're into Robyn Dixon, okay? Now, apparently she went on the Today Show and she spoke on the situation with Wendy and Mia and all that other good stuff, I believe. So she speaks on the whole Wendy Osefo comparing, you know, her fight to Monique and all this other stuff. So we finna get into it because she said some shit, and I just feel like Robyn is full of it. But we're about to see how full of it she really is. So let's get into that, y'all. Let's check that out. So this is what she said, and this is on the Neighborhood Talk. Now it says, neighbors, Robyn Dixon from the Real Housewives of Potomac spoke with Today.com about Mia Thornton and Wendy Osefo's fight. Robyn says that she believes it really wasn't that big of a deal at the moment, but it's blew up all over social media. Wendy wasn't feeling her interview, child. Mia was wrong for throwing a drink. I wish she didn't do it. But my thing with Wendy was I really wanted her to stop because I didn't want her to do something that she would regret that jeopardized her job or her reputation. I explained to her that you have more to lose than Mia. When I'm telling her you're being antagonistic, I'm telling her that because I'm saying you're going to make her do something that you don't want her to do because you don't want to get caught up in it. So that was my whole point. So I'm upset that they really didn't express that, Robyn told Today.com. Robyn also touches on Wendy's comparing her fight with Mia to the fight between Candice Dillard Bassett and Monique Samuels. I don't even understand the comparison. To me, there were two totally different things. In my opinion, throwing water on someone's face is messed up. But to equate it to Monique grabbing Candice and punching her multiple times, I just couldn't make the connection. It just didn't turn into that situation. Like, we weren't like, oh my God, Mia's horrible and Wendy did this. It wasn't those things where we were taking sides. It was just like, okay, this has got to stop. With the Monique thing, the violence was not okay, but I was more upset about what happened afterward with the social media, the manipulation, the lying, and all of that, Robyn added. And in typical Robyn Dixon fashion, she's still missing the fucking point. Still missing the point. Because you still are missing the point. The point of the matter is, and you want to say it wasn't a situation like y'all did take a side. Like, girl, you think we stupid? Clearly y'all took a side. Let's not do that. Y'all clearly took a side, and the side that you took was Mia's side. Y'all didn't have any regard. Y'all didn't care about Wendy in that moment. Y'all didn't give a fuck about Wendy in that moment. Y'all didn't care about Wendy in that moment. Y'all didn't care what happened to Wendy in that moment. Why? Because you don't like her. That's the point. You conveniently missed the point. The reason why Monique's, and it wasn't no comparison with the Monique thing. What she brought up was she wasn't comparing the fight. What she said was, I'm not going to sit here and listen to Mia apologists. 1 minute you're saying that you're against violence. When Monique did it to Candice, Giselle was against violence. But with Mia, you want to be a Mia apologist. That's the thing. See, you're purposely missing the point because you don't want to point out your own hypocrisy. But you can sit up here and you can point out everybody else's hypocrisy and tell everybody how wrong they are. But yet you don't sit up here and realize that you're just as wrong by not listening to it. Like, you're sitting up and you're telling her that she's antagonistic. You saying she's antagonistic, but Mia literally threw a drink in her face. Not only did she throw something in her face, but she hit her with her pocketbook. And you want to call Wendy antagonistic? At this point, it doesn't matter what she does at this point. It don't matter what she does. At this particular point right here, Mia deserves everything that she gets. She can talk about a crack-headed ass mama. She can talk about her being in foster care. She can say whatever the fuck she wants to say at this moment. Why? Because of the simple fact that you decided to throw something at me. You decided to assault me by throwing a drink in my face. Throwing a drink in my face and hitting me with your purse. You wanted to hurt me. So since you want to hurt me physically, I'm going to hurt you mentally. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say, anything that I want to say, anything that I know that's going to hurt your little ass plastic feelings, I'm going to say and do it. And you can be mad about it all you want to, but it is what it is. Robyn is a dummy. She been a ditzy ass person, and I'm going to need for her to stop it. She been that. I'm going to need for her to stop it. Because she's purposely missing a point on purpose, just so she won't look hypocritical in the situation. Like, girl, bye. Please have a seat, Robyn. I'm so sick of you. You always running your mouth and don't never say nothing of substance, but you have no substance. You have no substance. You didn't give a damn about Mia throwing that drink at that girl. You did not care. Why? Because you don't like Wendy. That's the truth. You don't like Wendy, so therefore you did not give a fuck. You didn't give a frog's fat ass about what Mia did to Wendy. You didn't show any concern. You didn't care. You didn't show that same concern that you showed Candice. It doesn't matter if Mia didn't punch Wendy repeatedly. She threw a drink at Wendy and she hit her with a pocketbook. That's still violent. And she had to be restrained. You're a hypocrite. And that's the real truth about it. You're a hypocrite and you don't want to be called one. You're a hypocrite. And that's just it. You're a fucking hypocrite. Get over it. You're a hypocrite. A straight up, and I did, and I said it on purpose, a straight up hypocrite. But that's okay, because see, you're going to get yours. See, you got children. You got children. You know what I mean? You got children and shit like that. Like you do. And I think it's amazing how people like you and Giselle can sit up here and bypass all the bullshit that people are doing just because you don't like them. But it's all right, though. It is what it is. So we're going to move on to the very last story of the day. And that is Coffee Cup Chin herself, Miss Mia Thornton. Now, Mia has been, the talk of the town. She deleted her social media and all that stuff, blocking people left or right and all that. Because she can't handle the heat. A lot of these girls, they like to talk shit, but then they can't handle the heat. They want to turn off their comments and they want to unfollow, but they want to block people and all this other stuff. But they acting big and bold all on national TV. So Mia has made some cryptic tweets and shit, and basically trying to do damage control in so many words. So this is what was said, okay? So let me take this overlay off and let's get into it because I'm on a Peach Report now. So somebody basically said, the way you threw that glass in so-and-so face was priceless. I don't feel it was aggressive at all. In fact, you tossed it very eloquently. I love your energy. And then Mia says, no one deserves a drink in their face. I've worked too hard to go backward, although I appreciate your love and support. First of all, the person that's made that comment is absolutely stupid and ignorant, but okay, we can move on. So then Mia made another tweet basically saying, basically saying she reactivated her Twitter, reactivated to say, my actions towards Wendy was intolerable, and it's unfortunate that you all will attack my family, friends, and my business based on an edited TV show. While I was committed to drama and entertainment, I must do what's best for my brand and partners. Much love, Mia. Girl, please. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving to the next one. Let's keep it moving, child. So then she says, I take full accountability. I was wrong. No one deserves to be treated with disrespect. I'm sorry that I let you all down. And then Wendy said, a lot of people are pulling out PR stunts today. 3 whole days, and this is the best that they could have come up with. Ciao. And the only reason why they making statements now is because social media is eating their ass up and ripping them a new asshole. That's the only reason why they speaking up. And it's fake and phony. That's the only reason why they speaking up. Because Mia thought that she was doing this for entertainment, and she thought that this was going to be some funny shit and everybody was going to be on her side. But when she realized that the fans and social media wasn't on her side, she couldn't handle it no more. She definitely couldn't handle it. See, she thought everybody was going to be on her side. Everybody was going to talk about how good the scene was, and I'm Team Mia. See, she thought that's what was going to happen, but it didn't happen that way. So now she got to apologize and say, "Oh, my actions towards Wendy was intolerable. I'm so sorry. My actions was intolerable. They was intolerable when you did it." And then Robyn want to do her PR stunts too and want to change her tune because she getting dragged. See, y'all don't think about shit until you're being dragged. That's the only time y'all want to get up and make all these different announcements and shit that nobody gives a flying fuck about. That's the only time y'all want to do it. Y'all only want to do it when it's convenient. That's the only time you fucking want to do it. And you need to quit it. That's the only time you want to do it. Y'all want to speak up now because y'all getting ate up. And I bet when this reunion come, it's going to be a whole bunch of apologies and shit. Oh, I didn't mean it that way. It wasn't the way that it came, that it looked on TV. No, that's how y'all wanted it to be. That's exactly how y'all wanted it to be. When Mia knew what the fuck she was doing. Then she wanted to say, I was more so committed to drama and entertainment. Oh, so you did it for the cameras? Because you do a lot of shit for the cameras. You lie for the cameras. You talk about your sex life for the cameras as if anybody want to hear about it. Like you do a whole lot of stuff. You and Robyn, as well as Giselle, are the most deplorable people on this show. I just want y'all to hear what I'm saying. Y'all the most deplorable people on this show. Deplorable. And I hate every single one of y'all. It's crazy. Really is. Absolutely deplorable. Just deplorable for no reason. Just deplorable. Grow up and get a life, honey. Get a life, because no. It's really ridiculous, but it is what it is. Like, it's like these women are old enough to be my mama and aunties, and they up here acting like this. But Mia don't even know how the fuck old she is half of the time. So, I mean, what more could I say? But child, that's pretty much it. Please let me know what you guys think about it. Okay, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you guys can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below in the description box. All right, you guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thanksgiving, and continue to spend the rest of your Thanksgiving with the family that loves you as well as the friends as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you at another time. Bye, y'all.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tremel. I just wanted to say that I have a new project that's out. It's called Mixed Feelings. It's on all streaming platforms. I would hope that you would go and check it out. It's a really good feel of an album. It's got everything you need and more. It's got R&B, it's got a little bit of pop, it's got a little bit of hip hop. It's everything that you need and more. It's out all streaming platforms, like I said. Please check me out, and you can also follow me at IAM_Tremel. That's IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I hope to hear from you.